Hey, it's Joshua Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And this tent over on the right over here is where we just came out of to watch the first ever Google Play Awards. Now, in 2016, Google I/O 2016, they decided to award 10 applications that had exemplary design, for example, or were the best families app is another category, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Now, before I get into just sort of my thoughts overall, I was really curious coming into this show. That's the reason why I really wanted to watch it, because I was just kind of curious. But the first thing I want to do is ask what your thoughts were on the show.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect with the show because I didn't know if if this was something that they were taking seriously or if it was just like for fun. But it definitely looked like it had a seriousness to it. They did crack a lot of jokes as well, but the award seemed like a real serious thing where these developers really wanted to win these awards because they spend all this time creating these apps. So it is nice that they're rewarding them with something that actually means something. So it was pretty cool. And again, it was a lot of fun, very high energy as well.
There was high energy. The whole place was packed. There was actually a lot of people inside of this tent. But the reason why I thought it was going to be a little bit problematic is precisely for the reason that you just said. You're awarding specific apps when there are so many out there. So is that going to create this sort of air of like, oh, I want an award? Stuff like that. And then by the end of the show, I was like, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Sure enough, there's a Best App Award.
Yeah. I was waiting for the Best Supporting App, but that didn't happen.
But why don't we go ahead and go down the list? A lot of these applications, I don't know about you, but I've never really heard of them before.
Yeah, same for me. Like a lot of these apps, even some of the games I've never heard before. But like I said, I'm going to definitely download them and try them out for sure.
For sure.
The first category was Standout Indie. And that went to an app called Alpha Bear, which is a game, and I've never played that before.
I have. I like Alpha Bear. Basically, you're on a grid, and there's a little bear. There's a bunch of them, and there are different obstacles. You basically have to type out words based upon the different letters that are on the grid in order to make the bear bigger. Like you want to eliminate the letters that are around the bear, and you make the biggest bear, and you can get a score with that.
Secondly, we have Best Use of Google Play Game Services, and the winner for that was Table Tennis Touch.
I don't think I've ever played a table tennis game on a phone.
No,
do you think it would actually be that good?
I'm not entirely sure, and I don't really understand the category too much, to be honest, but I don't know. I guess I'm willing to try it out.
Using all of the Google Play game services, like maybe the recording feature, a bunch of that. Again, they did not really explain this during the show.
So next up, we had Best Use of Material Design, and that went to an app called Robinhood.
So did you know what Robinhood was?
I had no idea what it was.
So apparently it's a stocks app. And one of our buddies who was at the show watching it with us actually said, it is a stock app and it is pretty good. It was nominated twice, actually, which really makes me want to try it out.
Yeah, a few of the apps were. That's what makes me want to try some of these apps out as well, because they got nominated a few times. So.
All right, what else we got?
Next up, we have Standout Startup, and that went to an app called Hopper.
I like the idea of having a startup be awarded for an app that they've done really well, because you don't have a whole lot of workers in a startup. It's a very small group, and that's what they showcased about it. So I'm sort of interested to see what Hopper might actually be like.
Next app is the Best Families app, and this went to Think Rolls 2.
If I had a family.
Yeah, if I had a family, it would be a great app. I'd probably try it out.
Yeah, if I had kids, rather. I should say kids.
Yeah. The next topic the next award rather, is Most Innovative, and that went to New York Times VR. And I thought that pretty much made sense because...
Have you used it?
I've never used it, but the fact that it's New York Times and it's in virtual reality, it kind of makes sense that they gave
Most
it
innovative, yeah. Name recognition.
Yeah, exactly. Early adopter went to World Around Me. Again, another app that I've never heard of.
Yeah, same here. And early adopter, that was another one that Chris Carlin was saying, why is it an early adopter? Like, what is it doing that it's supposed to?
Yeah.
But you know what? Congratulations to this and all the other nominees, of course. But go for it.
The next award was Go Global, and that was Pokemon Shuffle Mobile.
Now, the Go Global one, they did make a good point. It's not just about translating your app so that other countries can understand it. But from there, it's just nice that, Pokemon got it. Dragon Ball was in that category, which I've played that game. Yeah. That one was really cool.
Sure. All right, so the next one is the Best App, and that went to an app called Houzz. That's Houzz.
Yeah. From what I can tell, it's like a Pinterest mainly for house decorations, interior design, and stuff like that. We did hear that a couple people were like, "Oh, Houzz. Houzz does seem like a good app that should have won." Now, here's one that I think you might have something to say about.
Yeah.
The final category.
The final award was for Best Game, and that went to Clash Royale. Now, I have not played Clash Royale. I play Clash of Clans
A lot.
I'm very addicted to Clash of Clans, and I've been very hesitant to try Clash Royale just because it looks like a very silly game to me, but at the same time, I've heard a few people say that it's actually a really good game, and now that it's won the Best Game award here at the Google Play Awards, I feel like I'm obligated to try it now. So I guess I'm going to download it and see what all the hype is about. I'll see if I like it or not.
Yeah, see, it's really nice to know that these applications, if you happen to be at the show or if you go on the Google Play Store and it shows the award, the fact that they won the award, that's cool. That means that people will think, maybe I should try this game out or this app out. So if any of these apps are ones that you think were really great, then you can go in the comments below, let us know what you think of those apps. Let us know what you think of the winners of these apps. And of course, you probably saw the clips of what we were seeing inside of this tent right over to our side. But yeah, overall, kind of a good show.
Yeah, it was a really good show, and the thing that I sort of took away from it was I'm just going to start exploring more apps.
It's easy for us to think that the apps that we use on the daily basis are the best ones we could possibly use.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, they just sort of gravitate towards the most popular apps, but if you dig deep enough, you're going to be able to find some really great apps out there, and that's sort of what I've learned from going to the show here today.
Well, you can let us know what you think should have been nominated in some of these categories, and this is the first Google Play Awards. We're looking forward to the next one, probably. We'll see what comes up in 2017. But until then, you can keep it tuned to Android Authority for all of our coverage of Google I.O. Make sure you watch videos from myself, Lon, and of course, Chris Carlin is here bringing you some stuff on the AndroidAuthority.com website as well with his written articles and features. And of course, the rest of our team as well. And from there, make sure you keep it tuned here because we are your source for all things Google I.O.